Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Sports Scene. Jeremy's back.
Thanks, Dion.
And you are a soccer, you're more into football, but I heard you got into a bit of rugby union over the weekend.
Yeah, I popped over to the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium. I tried to learn as much as I could.
Did you?
Well, not as much as I have hoped. I watched the first game. This was for the Oceania Cup.
That's right.
Rugby Union, and 4 nations are taking part: American Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tahiti, and of course our very own Pukpuks.
Now, before we get into that, we'll have a guest that will be joining us a little later on. What's her name, Jeremy?
Raphaella Kaore.
Raphaella Baki Kaore.
Yeah.
She was
silver medalist. I think it was the 61 kilogram category in the Pacific Games. 60. Yes.
We'll get her in, and she'll explain a little bit more about that. Now, over the weekend as well was the IAAF Athletics Championships. Now, what does the IAAF stand for?
It's the International Association Athletics Federation, and it's currently right now in China, and the 100 meters.
Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt has retained his title as the 100-meter champion, clocking a time of 9.79 seconds.
Yes.
Bit off from his world record, but...
Yeah, but it's still his season best, though. The best competitor that he had was Justin Gatlin from the USA.
He just held him off. I reckon Gatlin just lunged a bit too early at the end.
It was really, really tight. What they said was that some media reports were that he stumbled just prior to the finishing line, but I think you take it differently.
Yeah, I thought that he just, because he saw that Bolt was just ahead of him, I thought he tried to lunge a bit earlier, just to maybe just grab a bit of an advantage. But Usain Bolt's still champion, and that's really good preparation, and it shows his form leading into the Olympic Games next year.
Now, in case you're wondering why we're talking about Usain Bolt, that is because the Pacific Sprint King, Bonuve Tabakokoro, took part in the... Yep.
He also competed, but he just bowed out. He clocked in a time of about 10.4, which wasn't fast enough to qualify. He finished 5th.
No, he finished 7th in his heat.
Yeah.
But considering the fact that he's made it that far, I'm pretty sure that over the next couple of years, Papua New Guinean sprinters will be able to make it as well. Definitely.
Now we'll just get back to the Oceania Cup. Just tell us a little bit about that. How did that go down?
Oh man, it was an awesome experience. Like you said, I've really ever gone for rugby, but Lorraine Genia invited me to go over. She said, hey, why don't you come over, take a look at how things are going here. And mate, I was actually impressed with the Pukpuks. I'm pretty sure Lorraine would have said something else, but for me, it's the first time for me to see the Pukpuks playing, and
being there as well.
Well, being there, nothing beats being on the side. We can watch it on television, but being there, the crowd. I think. The next game's on Wednesday.
Yep.
I think it's 3 p.m. So hopefully we'll grab a lot more people that can be able to make it.
Definitely. Now, just before, we're going to get to a lot more of that about the Oceania Cup in the next segment. But last week, the PNG Sports Foundation officially launched the PNG Sports Exhibition. Isn't that right? What's that all about, Jeremy?
Well, it's an initiative by the PNG Sports Foundation, and what they're looking at, because we sent over Shane Soroya to go and cover it. And he said that it's really about the foundation exposing, all the different sporting codes and showcasing what they have.
Especially, and also because we have all the available facilities now from the Pacific Games. And here's Shane Soroya with more.
Sports Minister Justin Tichanko officially launched the exhibition and announced the government's continuous support to sports development.
Over 40 million kina given to the PNG Olympic Committee over the last 2 years to ensure that our athletes are taken to the next level has proven that it's money well spent.
The sports exhibition, first of its kind in PNG, is an initiative by the PNG Sports Foundation. It's now fitting to have a sport exhibition that showcases different opportunities available through sports.
The initiative of the Expo will allow a lot of our people, and I think a lot of our NFs, get a lot more appreciation what is involved in actually maintaining and sustaining facilities.
Key partners, including PNG Olympic Committee, form 40 registered national federations.
The Games has inspired the nation and mainly the younger generation. And I think it's important that we and all our national federations, we must harness that interest and the enthusiasm.
Raphaella also stated that sport can be used to maximize the opportunities to exhibit and market different sports. The sports exhibition will be held from November 26 to 28 with different sporting codes, organizations and institutions promoting themselves and the sporting codes.
Great stuff there, and a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, well, after the break, I catch up with Lorraine Genia as we talk rugby for the Oceania Cup.
Welcome back to the show. Now, the Oceania Cup on the weekend, the Pukpuks came out victorious.
Yes, they did, and I caught up with Lorraine Genia, and let's take a look at what we had to say over the weekend. Well, it's halftime over here. Laura, what's the score? It's American Samoa taking on the Solomon Islands, and initially I had thought that the Solomon Islands with a bigger forward pack would have taken control of the game, but it hasn't been that way towards the second half.
Yes, now in the first half we saw the American Samoans have a bit of a slow start. I was a bit worried there because, you know, leading into the 2015 Oceania Cup, we did say that they were going to be a threat. And as you saw in the highlights yourself, because of their strength and their weight in the forward pack, it did take them a while to get started. And yes, disappointing for the Solomon Islanders as the American Samoans happened to take full control of the game, I think, by half of the first half. Halftime score 20-7. The American Samoans actually had a penalty right in front of the goal.
This was in the first 3 minutes, yeah.
I think it was around the third minute. Disappointing there, they missed the kick, and then we had Solomon Islands pick up from that and score the first try, and American Samoa then taking the lead after scoring the next 2 tries. So great comeback there by them. I think second half has just kicked off. We'll be looking to see the Solomon Islanders actually come out and try to take lead in terms of ball possession. You know, they had a lot of handling errors, and that did lose them the first half.
Well, Lorraine, I know that you're tweeting this right now, so I will leave you to it, and I will catch up with you at the end of the match. Well, I'm here again with Lorraine Genia. Now, American Samoa victorious over the Solomon Islands. I actually thought the SIs had a good chance coming back in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. But as mentioned earlier, you know, both teams were quite slow in starting off their game. So in the first 10 minutes, I wasn't sure whose game it was. Towards the end of the first half, you could definitely tell that the American Samoans were going to dominate for the rest of the game. We were hoping the Solomon Islanders would come back fighting in the second half, but unfortunately we didn't see much of that. Now, moving on to the most important game, I am so excited the PNG Pukpuks won. You know, given the amount of time that they've had to gel together as a team, seeing as though many of their players are from, centres outside of Port Moresby. We had players from Lae and, of course, the 5 Brisbane-based players included in the team. We didn't see any issues with the structures that they were discussing and trying to get right in today's game.
You felt it was a clinical performance?
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know, there are areas of improvement there for the PNG Pukpuks for Game 2 and definitely Game 3 if they want to win this the cup this time around. You know, we had Nigel Genia. He was a bit weak on in his kicking game today. The lineouts didn't go so well. We never won one lineout. And I think the forwards really need to get working as well. And that's something that Sydney Wesley mentioned would be a concern and a struggle for the PNG Pukpuks. But Look, let's talk about Butler Morris and Jackie Marcus. How outstanding were they?
Well, 2 tries to Jackie Marcus. He opened and closed the scoring for the country.
Yes, now the last try was set by Butler Morris himself. That was a really wonderful break. You know, you had the crowd yelling because that was in the last 3 minutes leading into the final whistle. So I really did like that combination in the backs. I think the backs were definitely a lot stronger than the forwards today. And, you know, Tahiti were actually a really big threat in the first half. We saw that their forward pack dominated. They had more possession over the ball, possession over the field. They dominated in that as well. So,
do you feel it's also because, you know, physically we are smaller?
I mean, it was always going to be a struggle with us being smaller, but the coach of the American Samoan side made a good point when I'd spoken to him at the airport when he'd arrived. He said, you know, rugby nowadays isn't about size. It's all about the technique and whether you can play smart rugby. And I guess that's what the Pukpuks did. I mean, we saw a lot of the Tahitians injured, you know, cramping up there. So we forced the forwards and the bigger guys to actually play a style of football that they weren't comfortable with, and that really did work for the PNG Pukpuks, and I think that's something that the Tahitians need to go back and look at to address should they take the cup in 2015.
Speaking of looking forward, on Wednesday the Pukpuks take on American Samoa. We saw them defeat, you know, as mentioned earlier, the Solomon Islands, but how do you think, what can the Pukpuks gain from today's experience that they can take on when they meet American Samoa?
Look, I think from today's experience, the boys shouldn't necessarily be afraid of the forward pack, you know, because they're physically bigger. You know, like I said, today definitely showed that their game plan worked for them, and I think they need to play that similar style of football for the American Samoans because they are quite big, and we saw that they kind of did struggle against Solomon Islands in terms of fitness, and that's something that, you know, we've got people like Jackie Marcus, Wesley Valley, Butler Morris that are really fast on the wing, and they definitely did show that here today. So I think if we just stick to a similar game plan like that for Wednesday, then we will do quite well and it shouldn't be a concern. But, you know, let's not talk them up. I definitely think it will be a struggle for them, but should be good to see how the PNG Pukpuks go.
Lorraine, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Great stuff there, and congratulations to the Pukpuks and all the best in the coming games on Wednesday. Now I noticed it wasn't as packed though, it was pretty empty. So guys, on Wednesday it is a public holiday. Do get out there, do get behind the Pukpuks, and also watch some entertaining rugby union from around the Pacific, from our neighbors.
Well, all I can say, look, mate, I mean, the whole country knows I don't watch rugby union, but you know, given an opportunity, I would love to be there on Wednesday. Mainly not as a reporter, but just supporting the home team. Go the Pukpuks.
Definitely. Now after the break, we'll have a special guest on the show with us, Raphaella Baki Kaore, so do not go anywhere. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show, and we welcome on set Raphaella Baki Kaore, PNG's silver medalist boxing.
Well, thank you, boys. Sorry, thank you, guys, for it.
Yes, that's right. It's
She
guys.
said boys, guys.
Yes.
Don't worry, we are guys.
So, just tell us a bit about your Pacific Games experience.
Well, this was my first international tournament, like to take part in the Pacific Games. Not only me, but the girl that also took part in the 51 kg, Philo Mangaiva, and Lucas Wakore. The two of us, it was the first time for us to take part in the international tournament. The rest, they have been to other big competitions.
Now you are a dual, as a result of that, you are a dual medalist. The silver medals in gold, the silver medals in boxing, sorry. But you've also got medals from a different sport altogether.
Yeah, when I was a former runner before, so I took part in the 2007 Pacific Games. We did run the 4x1 relay. That's when Mike Koime started the race and gave the baton to Toya at the back straight. And Toya gave it to Anna and Muni, and I anchored the baton home. So we got gold in 2007 in the women's relay, 4x1 relay. This year, it was a big experience for me to like take part in the boxing ring, which was so different, sport that is tough, and I had to fight FSM, the girl I fought. She's a more experienced boxer.
Now FSM is the Federated States of Micronesia.
Micronesian,
right?
yes, and she's a more experienced boxer. She's half Filipino and half Micronesian. Okay. So, but she lives in New York and she's been training and fighting there. So she was in the 48 kg, and she had to bring her weight up to 60, while for me, I was in the 64 category. I had to drop it all the way to 60, so...
Wait, she was what? A
48 kilogram.
She put her weight up to 60?
60, yeah.
Wow. So is it annoying, like, not being able to eat the food you want to, that everyone else is eating, and you have to stick to the diet you're on in order to lose weight?
Yes, yeah, because, like, for the others that are gaining weight, it's okay, like, they can eat, but you know, you just really want to eat something good in your body, but you just have to really be cautious.
What did you miss the most? What particular food did you miss the most?
I miss eating steak and ice cream and cake. Like every time I would walk in, like the mess was just, you know, there was all sorts of food and it was really hard. Like you just wanted to grab, but then you know, I would just walk past and just grab fruits to have.
Your sister as well took part?
Yes, Debbie was in the 75 kg. She's a heavyweight, so like for her case, she had to eat a lot, so it was okay as long as she eat and train to cut her, like to maintain her fitness. But for Philo and I, we had to cut our weights down. So Philo was okay, but for me, I was really working hard to really cut my weight down.
Now, what was the best experience you had in the ring during the Pacific Games?
Oh, the best experience that I had was my first fight, just a TKO, and that was not even one round. So.
Who was that against?
That was against Tonga. Like
you bully, you bully. Now, Raphaella, a few weeks ago, we told Jeremy that Jeremy would get into the ring and take you on. How do you feel? Are you scared? Do you think that Jeremy's gonna knock you on?
I think it'd be good to fight because to have a sparring with Jeremy, like I don't mind because I've sparred with guys, so this should be a good.
Good. So I want you guys to shake on this right now, so the whole of Papua New Guinea sees this. Jeremy will take on Raphaella in you guys are gonna have a sparring session.
By the way, how heavy are you right now?
Oh, I think I've gained a little bit of weight.
Okay.
So you think you'll flatten Jeremy?
Yes.
Jeremy thinks he can. So shake on this right now. Let's shake on this. Shake on this.
Punch him.
It's official. Yep. So I will take it on myself to organize this.
Does that mean I have to wear like actual boxer shorts?
No, yeah, and you have to like go in shirtless and like a real boxer, look like a real boxer. And we'll also we'll give him all the headgear. You won't need the headgear. We'll give Jeremy headgear, the rugby one too, and mouth guard and nose guard.
How long would I need to train, like, to at least prove competitive?
Well, there's 2 minutes 4 rounds for the women. But
we'll do it 2 minutes 4 rounds. Okay. And before that, in the lead up to that, you'll give Jeremy some tips.
I'm gonna have to train for that.
Exactly. So she'll give you some tips, and then she'll flatten you out after that. Thank you very much, Raphaella, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And you will stick around, and we'll just take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Sports Scene. And welcome back to the show. Now, Jeremy, Besta Cup is still continuing. We had the Momase leg and now...
Yeah, we had the Momase leg last week. This week, actually, starting on Wednesday itself, is the New Guinea Islands region. Now, I had a phone call to the Manu Soccer Association president, Jack Nawe Changao, and he said that a couple of teams have already arrived in Lorengau, preparing for the competition. This includes West New Britain, teams from Manus themselves, and I think New Ireland have already confirmed that their arrival for the tournament. So they're just waiting for the teams from, I think it's East New Britain and Bougainville to join them.
Awesome. Now, Raphaella, some of the boxes left for the Oceania Championship?
Yes, we are. There's Tom Boga, he'll be fighting the 64 kg, and Jonathan Kiama, who's one of the best boxers. He's in the 75. We have the other two boys as well. That's Charlie Kiama and...
We've also got two young boys for...
before we get to that, what they're going for the Oceania Championship, this is the first step in order to qualify for the Rio Olympics.
Yeah, they have to qualify for that, and also that will also lead them to the World Championship. So
if they perform now, they get a chance to go into the World Championship, and if they do well there, Olympic Games.
Olympic Games.
Now, we know Charlie is the quarter-finalist for the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
Can he make it?
Yeah, definitely. Charlie's a really good boxer too, so he will definitely make it. And so is Tommy. Tommy is a guy with the good body shots. Like, he just comes with body shots, and definitely I know that the four of them will make it. So if they happen to win it in the Oceania to win gold, that will make they will have the chance to be in the World Champs, and that will push them to
set the
Rio,
pace and then get out there and
make
it to Rio for us. Now, also the Youth Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
You have two fighters going there as well?
That's Tadius Katoa and Veupunoki. Those two are also preparing. That will be in Apia, Samoa.
What do you think their chances are?
Well, it's the first time for both of them to go, so I think this would be good lead up also if they can make it to...
But Veupunoki took part in last year's Lamana Fight Night, is that correct?
Yeah, even this recent one as well, yeah. He was also part of the team the first time we went to Gold Coast training, but he was dropped from the team, and they had to select Tadius with the others. Like, they did the final team, and we had to travel to Philippines to train. But the good thing, he's back now training because he's one of the youths, and it's good now him with Tadius going for this World Youth Games.
Awesome. That's something to look forward to, and to also make sure we keep track of how well our boxers are doing.
Yeah.
Now on Wednesday will be round 2. Is it? Are they going by rounds?
No, it's just the second match.
The second matches for the Oceania Cup, which will be at the
Sir Hubert Murray Stadium,
and it's a public holiday as well. So if you have nothing planned, do get out and have a look at some good rugby union action and get behind our Pukpuks boys.
Yes.
Get out there, support the Pukpuks.
Yeah, Raphaella, just tell our viewers at home how important it is, especially you as an athlete, hearing the crowd behind you.
Oh, that was one. It's a real good experience because, like, you could just feel that they're pushing you, and you know, with the crowd behind your back, you can really perform. Because if you don't have support, you feel like, oh, you're just left behind. But which is good, you know. Like during the games, the Pacific Games, it really helped. You know, the whole team, PNG athletes, everywhere you went, you could see people behind you, and you knew that, oh, you just want to perform and do well.
It's like they're edging you on and giving you that extra.
Exactly.
Awesome. So see how important it is to get behind and support our athletes. So Wednesday, do get out there to the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium and let's get behind Team PNG. Now, just quickly on the NRL, the Roosters are on the top of the ladder.
You love the NRL, don't you?
I have to. The NRL, come on, the NRL. Everybody follows the NRL. So yes, the Roosters are on top of the ladder. They are sitting equal on 36 points with the Cowboys and the Broncos. So the Roosters, it's a three-way tie at the moment. So a lot to look forward to with the finals coming up. Our Hunters boys had a draw on the weekend as well against the McKay Cutters. And next weekend, or the coming weekend, they will be playing a home game here at the Sir John Guy Stadium. So do get your tickets, do get out there, and do support our SPPNG Hunters. Yeah, that should be just about it, guys. Thank you very much, Raphaella, for coming on the show.
Well, thank you guys for having me on the show.
Thank you,
So
Raphaella.
happy.
You can get any more updates of sport that we have throughout the week. You can catch us on Facebook and on MTV Online, or if you're friends with any of us on Facebook, we all have our names there. We're on Facebook as well, so you can check out what we're up to, and we will definitely keep you updated. Do you want to say goodnight to anyone out there? You know, being a superstar, boxing superstar that you are right now.
Now, I would like to wish the boys, the PNG Pukpuks who will be playing on Wednesday, please go out there and support our team. And also to the boxing team that left this morning, all the best in their games.
All the best, guys. And that should be just about a wrap. Also, good night to everyone there at home. Wherever you're watching from the comfort of your home, have a pleasant evening and good night.